This is Kathy, and she's putting threads here on the machine, tying them together so that they can be used. Kathy, you want to explain what you're doing there?
I'm putting on different colors, the colors I'll use for my next design, onto each spool. Then, in order not to have to actually manually thread the whole route, again, you tie the thread from the last spool that was on here onto the new spool, and then once you tie all these knots, and if you tie a particularly a special knot here that is small enough to actually go through the needle, you can pull them through. So all of these now are ready to be pulled through onto into the needle. So I'm going to come around now and sit down here and grab with my tweezers a couple of the threads and start pulling. So I just pull them. It goes all the way through all of the various tension devices and so on, and then it pulls directly through the needle, and I cut it off. So here's the next two. And I pull it through. Here they come, all the way around just the way they should, straight through the needle, no problem, and cut them off. So I do that with all of the changes. There are 10 needles. In this case, I've changed 9 of the thread colors and left needle number 10 the same. So let's see if I can pull 3 through on this one. Straight through the needle. So it saves a lot of time. So there we go. I'm all ready to sew. Just like that. I take my item that's been hooped with the proper stabilizer and place it on the frame. Now, just to make sure that this is going to fit, the design is centered properly, I'm going to come back here, push that button, watch the needle that comes down a little, and it's going to trace the outline of the design. I have to make sure that it's not going to come over and hit my hoop. This is a very important step which should always be completed. And now I'm going to hit sewing and verify that everything looks like it's on the right spools. Hit go. This is going to go on according to my display for 21,000 stitches, and the total stitch time is 39 minutes. So if all goes well, I can go off and do something else now while this is stitching.
Well, thank you, Kathy, for that introduction to stitching a pattern. That's all from CKD. Until the next show. Thanks for joining us.